there are four broad categories of traditional lenders or formal lenders look into while giving loans. The first one is the very critical is the cash flow. In the informal segment, most of the time, you will not get the documented proof of income. Business is running well. You will see when you will go to those business places, you will see the footfalls. You will see their gala is full, but you will not find any documented proof. Where there are no documented proof of income, or the cash flow is not quantifiable for the lenders. Lenders take a step ahead and securing those through the collaterals. And primarily these collaterals, what usually these guys give are not bankable. When I say non-bankable, they won't be having a proper plan in place. They won't be having the chain documented documents in place. Or sometimes these are ancestral properties, so the proper ownership of those lands or the buildings are not in place. I mean, these are the collaterals where the formal lenders do not get comfort with. The third one, what I see is the limited managerial capabilities. Even if you look at these small entrepreneurs, they do not have a clear-cut vision how they want to grow their business, or because of the lack of managerial capabilities and abilities, lenders also do not see a significant growth or the growth process over a period of time, and that's the reason they feel this particular segment as a risky segment, and they do not go or offer loans to this. The fourth one is the also most critical one is the scatteredness of the business and the small ticket in size. So I mean, the number of business activities are too huge to be managed or to understand the business intricacies for the lenders. And the second thing is they need a small ticket size loans, which all the more put it as a make it a more riskier propositions for the formal lenders. Just to give an example, let's say somebody in the interior Maharashtra wants a 20,000 rupees loan for 30 days. You add up any amount of rate of interest or processing fees and all, but it will never be a viable proposition for a formal lender, because it will be too expensive for the borrower and also not viable for the formal lender. So this small ticket size loan problem has been addressed by the microfinance companies to some extent. They have done a good job over a period of time, but the group structure also doesn't work for a beyond certain point or beyond certain amount of loans. So there is also a problem, or there is a problem of problem to scale this type of business. So all those things put together, if you see, the formal lenders are not able to cater to this segment where there is a ample opportunity and a lot of credit demand. So over the last 10 odd years, the bureau bureau is playing a very good role in terms of making the customer aware about the credit history, and customer are also knowing, they also educated to that extent that if they will not repay a loan or they will default on some of these loans, then probably their credit history will be impacted and they will not get a loan further. India Stack, which is a phenomenal development from the government of India, and a lot of KYC related changes like video KYC and all, is enabling both formal as well as fintech players to do the KYC process much seamless and cost effective in terms of as compared to the physical KYCs. Payment infrastructure has also been improved a lot. You can see the UPI, e-mandates, e-nuts, all those things are helping the repayments much seamless, and also the transactions, whether it is a disbursement, a repayment, or any fee payment, anything. I mean, the entire payment infrastructure has been very robust these days. E-signing of the agreements is a buzzword these days. Most of these fintechs, to save the cost, they have moved into the e-signing of the documents, and which is also legally valid. And many people are, using this. So these are few of the structural changes which is enabling the ecosystem for higher credit uptake. A lot of product innovations has also happened because of these, new segment, like whether it is a fintech or the fintech NBFCs. They are doing a lot of product innovations. So something like templatized assessment for the different industry categories. Some of these fintechs or NBFCs focusing on the single product to make the process so efficient and robust, so that their cost reduced drastically, and then it becomes a viable propositions for them even at a smaller loan ticket size. Use of alternate data, credit scoring, and most of these things are, or this credit scoring is done through the uh, machine learning and artificial intelligence enablement. So these were not there 3-4 years back, or even most of these formal lenders are not able to do that because of sheer scale and changing the entire system or moving the entire system towards these directions. They are doing a bit, definitely a lot of efforts and money are pumped into the system to enable this, but yeah, they have not got that scale to support the system. Many other lending assessments like use of psychometric score, use of alternate data, social media data, all those things are in place, and most of these fintechs are using this to give short-term or small amount of loans. If you look at technology, so I mean, uh, lot of advancement has happened through technologies and all. Most of these uh, consumer loan companies who are giving loans through the mobile applications are using mobile data or the device data to do the assessment about the customers. So they pull the SMSs, they pull the contact details, and gives they score the customers basis the frequent contacts, basis the applications they use, the bounces, all those things, and they give a loan which reduces the probability of a default. Geostat is also very critical these days, which helps the uh, both identifying the customers, retaining the customers, and also monitoring the customers. If there are skipped cases, to trace them, it helps in collections. It helps in the sales people to convert those leads into the loans. So all those are being done through a lot of analysis or through geostat enablement. There are some NBFCs or the fintechs who are using the picture to or the photographs to identify the stock levels. uh, Not much advancement in that particular field, but yes, I mean, there are some who are doing it, and obviously once the data structure will be in place, lot many analysis will be done. Probably this will evolve as a newer method of credit underwriting.